Hi guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be showing you how I make my masala in bulk, which basically serves 80% of the curries that we eat. This is simple and easy to make. Cool it and store it in the freezer. Take it out when you've had a busy day after work or with the kids and you've got your masala all ready and prepped and you just need to add your meat into it, which will save at least 70% of your cooking time. Let me run through what you need and then we'll start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need are 6 large white onions. Now if you don't have large, then you can use 8 to 10 medium to small onions. They will work perfectly fine. I've got 2 cups of oil here. I've got 2 cans of chopped in tomatoes, and I have 4 pieces each of frozen ginger and garlic cubes. Now if you don't have these, you can use 1 tablespoon each, so each cube equates to 1 tablespoon. I have 4 cubes of frozen green chilies here. Again, all I've done is I've blitzed green chilies with a little bit of water and just popped them into an ice cube tray. And if you don't have these, then you can use a teaspoon each of blitzed green chilies. Now I have a few spices here, whole spices. I've got 6 bay leaves, 4 sticks of cinnamon. I've got 4 black cardamom pods, and I have 2 tablespoons of the following spices: salt, chili powder, turmeric powder and coriander powder, and we also need water to cook with as we go along. So let's start cooking. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the pot that we're using nice and hot and then add the oil straight in and just let that heat up. Give it a minute or two just to heat up and come up to temperature. And once the oil has come to temperature, we're now going to add in our whole spices and just give them around 30 seconds to sort of like infuse in the warm oil. And then we're going to add the onions in and we're going to fry the onions until they're nice and golden brown in colour, and that should roughly take around 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll show you how they look once they're done. Now my heat setting is on a high setting because I want the heat to sort of like help the onions wilt down. So I'll show you how they look once they're done. Right, okay, about 6 minutes later, this is how the onions are looking. They've really softened up nicely, and what I've done is I've actually reduced the temperature of my hob to a 7, which is a medium, and now I'm going to cook them for the next sort of like 15 minutes until they're really nice and golden brown in colour, and I'll show you how they look once they're done. Right, okay, it's been 20 minutes that the onions have been cooking away. They've taken on a really nice caramelised light brown colour, so you can see. Now the onions have been cooking away, not frying away, so they haven't sort of like crisped up like you would normally sort of like find them when you're making a curry or something. This is a bulk masala, so we're working with a lot of onions here, and this is how you want them, sort of like really nicely broken down. Now to this I'm going to add my ginger, garlic and my green chilies, and we're going to add all of those in, and we're going to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes just so everything sort of like mixes in nicely and the ginger and garlic sort of like cook down and we get rid of the rawness. So I'll see you guys back in about 3-4 minutes time. Right, okay, once the ginger and garlic has cooked down, it's now time to add the other ingredients in. So straight in with the spices, and then the chopped in tomatoes. And then I'm going to use the tin and I'm going to take some water and I'm just going to fill it up, and I'm just going to add 1 can in like that. Just give everything a good mix. Make sure everything is really well combined like that. It's perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow that to come up to heat. So just turn the hob setting to high again, but just be very careful because it will splutter. And as soon as that comes up to heat, I'm going to pop the lid on and I'm going to turn my heat setting down to a setting 6, which is a medium heat setting, and I'm going to let that simmer away and cook for approximately 35 to 45 minutes. I will be stirring it in between and keeping an eye on it. If it needs a little bit more water, I will add that in, but at the moment it shouldn't need that, and it will cook away. And after 45 minutes, I will show you how it looks. So you can see now that it's coming up to heat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the lid on like that, turn my heat settings to 6, medium setting, and then I'll see you guys back in 45 minutes time. Right guys, this is halfway through its 45-minute cook, and I just wanted to give you sort of like an update on this. So what I've done is I've reduced the heat settings down to a low simmer, which is a heat setting of 3 for me. And you can see that that masala is looking absolutely lovely there, bubbling away really nicely. And I'm going to allow it to cook on a low heat setting for the remaining time now. Pop the lid back on again, just give it the odd stir again in between that time, and hopefully it'll be ready in 45 minutes time, which is the total cooking time. So we're halfway through that now, so I'll see you guys back once it's done. Right, okay guys, the 45-minute timer is up, and this is how the masala is looking. It's got such a beautiful color to it, and everything is really nicely cooked down. And all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to allow this to cool down completely, and then I'll be portioning it off into ziplock bags to pop into my freezer, and it will give you a decent amount of curries. 4 to 6 curries you can get out of this masala that we've just made. So we'll come back to it once it's cooled down. Okay guys, my masala has cooled down completely, and I've portioned it off and I've popped it into these little ziplock bags. I've named, weighed and dated the bags, so I know exactly how much the masala weighs, what it is first of all as well, which is important, and the date on it. So once it goes into the freezer, I know exactly what the date is and when to use it by, and also what the product is and how much it weighs. Now the bulk masala that we made has given me 4 lots of 500 grams here, which is 1 kg's worth of masala. So that is perfectly ready to use for the next 4 curries. And I'm just going to pop this into the freezer and let that freeze over. And then if I want to use it, I will take it out the night before and pop it into the fridge and just let it defrost, and then use it the next day to make my meat curry, my chicken curry, my veg curry, whatever I fancy. This goes with approximately 80% of the curries that we make. We make it with this type of masala. You don't have to add any additional spices to this apart from garam masala, and just finish off with coriander right at the end. Nothing else is needed. The spices are perfect and spot on, unless of course you like to add more salt and chili into that. But yes, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't also forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification to never ever miss videos like this. I'll be back again with another one very soon. Till then, take care and happy eating.